Have you ever looked up at the stars and wondered, how does this all end? It's a question that has haunted humanity since the dawn of consciousness. We are born into a story already in progress, and we leave before the final page is turned. Every major faith tells a story of the end, a grand finale to the epic of creation. These aren't just tales of destruction, but of justice, renewal, and ultimate purpose. Prophets and mystics have offered glimpses into this final chapter: celestial battles, saviors returning, worlds reborn. The stories of the end times are as diverse as the cultures that cherish them, filled with powerful symbols and dramatic events. Yet despite their differences, they all point to a single idea. History is a purposeful journey toward a divine conclusion. Are we living in the times foretold by the prophets? To understand our place in this grand narrative, we must listen to the stories themselves. Let's journey back to the sacred texts and traditions that have preserved these prophecies and explore the visions of the end that have shaped our world. In Islam, the end of the world, Yawm al-Qiyamah, the day of resurrection, is a certainty known only to God. The Quran and Prophet Muhammad describe a sequence of signs, minor and major. Minor signs are subtle shifts, rising ignorance, immorality, towering buildings, and widespread turmoil, signals of a gradual moral decay. Many believe these minor signs have already come to pass, suggesting we are living in history's twilight. Then come the major signs. The Dajjal, or Antichrist, deceives many. Jesus returns to defeat him and establish peace. Other signs include the sun rising from the west, the beast of the earth, and 3 great landslides. When these are complete, the angel Israfil blows the trumpet, all life ceases, then all are resurrected for judgment. Every soul receives a record of their deeds. The scales of justice weigh every action. There are no secrets, no excuses, only the truth of one's life. The final destiny, paradise or hell determined by perfect justice. This is the ultimate reckoning, the end and the beginning. Christianity's vision of the end, drawn from the Book of Revelation, is a dramatic unveiling of God's plan. The world faces tribulation, 7 seals, 7 trumpets, 7 bowls, each unleashing disasters. The Antichrist rises, demanding worship and persecuting the faithful. Amidst chaos, God's witnesses proclaim truth and a cosmic battle unfolds. The climax, Jesus returns, not as a humble servant but as a triumphant king, defeating evil at Armageddon. Satan is bound for 1,000 years. Christ reigns in peace, the millennium. After one final rebellion, the dead are judged, and the old world passes away. God creates a new heaven and earth, no more death, sorrow, or pain, only eternal communion with the divine. Judaism's end of days, Akhirat HaYamim, is less about apocalypse and more about global perfection. The Messiah, a descendant of David, ushers in the Messianic age, not with spectacle but with transformation. He rebuilds the temple, gathers exiles, and restores Torah law. Universal peace and justice define this era. Swords become plowshares, nations abandon war. The war of Gog and Magog is a final act of defiance ended by God's intervention. This is not destruction for its own sake but a clearing of the path for universal recognition of God. Jewish eschatology also speaks of resurrection, but the focus is on perfecting this world. History moves toward a time when knowledge of God fills the earth. The end is not just awaited, it's built through acts of kindness and justice. 3 ancient stories, 3 roadmaps to the end of time. One promises final judgment, another a world made new, a third an age of peace. At first they seem distinct, different names, signs, and outcomes. But what if these are not competing accounts but facets of a greater unity? The Dajjal, Antichrist, and Gog and Magog, could they be echoes of the same adversary? Lay the prophecies side by side and parallels emerge. Tribulation, a deceiver, divine intervention, a messianic arrival, and judgment. This shared tapestry invites us to look closer to explore the echoes that resonate between them. The Abrahamic faiths share striking common ground in their visions of the end. All foresee a final divine intervention, history moving toward a purposeful conclusion. This belief in a final reckoning shapes civilizations, giving moral weight to our actions. Each tradition expects a messianic figure, Jesus in Christianity and Islam, the Messiah in Judaism. All describe a period of chaos and tribulation before redemption, the Dajjal, the Antichrist, Gog and Magog. Darkness before the dawn, a test of faith but also a promise of deliverance. Resurrection and final judgment are central. Every soul faces ultimate justice. Details differ, but the principle is the same. God is just and every soul receives its due. This shared expectation underscores the moral gravity of human existence. Despite parallels, the paths to the end diverge on crucial points. The role of Jesus is the sharpest divide: divine Son and Judge in Christianity, revered prophet in Islam, absent in Judaism. The redeemed world differs. Christianity envisions a new heaven and earth. Judaism, a perfected world here. Islam, a blend of earthly justice and eternal afterlife. Religious law's role varies. Restored Torah in Judaism, Sharia in Islam, Christ's direct reign in Christianity. The tone also shifts. Christianity's revelation is apocalyptic and cosmic. Islam's account is dramatic and final. Judaism's is hopeful and focused on restoration. The end is apocalypse for some, transformation for others. Each tradition's vision reflects its unique heart and hope. These differences are not just theological, they shape how billions see the future. Yet all point to a world remade, a final reckoning, and the hope of something greater. The journey to eternity is both shared and singular. We've journeyed through three powerful visions of the end: Islam's final hour, Christianity's apocalypse, Judaism's messianic age. We've seen their echoes and their differences and how these stories still shape our world. The belief that history has a divine purpose gives meaning to our lives and choices. The mystery remains, which, if any, holds the key to our future. Perhaps the truth is a mosaic, or perhaps it's beyond our imagination. These prophecies may be allegories, teaching us how to live, not just how the world ends. The real question is not about predicting the end, but about how we live now. As you look toward the unwritten future, ask yourself, are you ready for the end?